This is CBS News Chicago.
Next for us at 5, Chicago brothers and history keepers.
I'm a third generation of building railroad cars. I said, this is my history.
The incredible Chicago artifacts they salvaged decades ago after their bosses ordered them to throw everything away.
This week, the historic community of Pullman on the far south side is commemorating 10 years of being part of the National Park Service.
That's right. Its history not only preserved through its architecture and its role in the labor movement, but by two brothers who worked and continue to live in the one-time industrial town. Our Andrew Ramos has their story.
They're dated back to 1898.
They may not consider themselves historians, but by most standards, Al and Ray Quiroz are. The brothers Al, who is 88, and Ray, 86, are former workers of the Pullman Palace Car Company, one of the first planned industrial communities that specialized in train car manufacturing in the United States. Workers and their families both worked and lived on the grounds, which had a factory, its own streets, and housing.
When we started to work there, we learned how the cars were built.
It was on-the-job training. I just loved it.
Today, the two are the last remaining workers to reside in the neighborhood. They not only have held on to their memories, but also rare artifacts from that era. Items like century-old blueprints, train car memorabilia, and an electric bell once used to alert riders. All things they saved after being ordered by supervisors to throw out.
My boss told me, he says, Ray, says, whatever is up there on the second floor, get rid of it.
But Al saw it differently.
I'm a third generation of building railroad cars. I said, this is my history.
Thanks to the brothers, that history now preserved and helping tell the story about Chicago's far south side Pullman neighborhood, where a renaissance of sorts is underway.
10 years after President Obama designated the historic Pullman district as part of the National Park Service, the area itself has seen nearly $500 million of economic development.
Mike Shymanski is president of the Historic Pullman Foundation.
Every time somebody says a negative thing about the South Side, you should be prepared with at least 4 positive things that are happening. And, you know, one of the positive things is the National Park.
As businesses continue to flock to the area, locals hope it translates to foot traffic and inquisitive minds coming to visit.
I came here for coffee and got history.
Sounds lovely. I would have used that to wake my kids up every morning.
For the Quiroz brothers, they hope the spotlight will continue to shine on the Pullman workers and their long-lasting contributions.
And all the troubles we had and all the problems we solved by building these cars.
On the far south side, Andrew Ramos, CBS News Chicago.